In this video, I'll be sharing the 4 mistakes that I see businesses keep making when it comes to integrating AI into their business. I've worked with businesses ranging from small agencies to companies with hundreds of employees, helping them integrate AI into their day-to-day operations. And after enough failed rollouts and hard-learned lessons, I've come to see these patterns that either make or break a successful AI rollout in a business. So by the end of this video, you'll know what each of these mistakes are and how to get the maximum returns with AI without having to go through these tedious cycles of trial and error that a lot of companies go through. The mistake number 1 is going tool first instead of the problem first. The current state with social media, especially when it comes to LinkedIn and YouTube, is that you've got all these creators saying that they've built this agent that claims to replace this certain role or a certain process in the business. And what these executives do is they look at it and they feel like, okay, this sounds impressive and I need something like this for my business. And whatever's next is they try to implement it in their business, maybe on their own, or they hire someone to do it for them. And fast forward 3 to 6 months, what happens is nobody in their team really uses it, or it didn't really fix a problem in the first place. And the reason for this is they never had a clear idea of what they were trying to solve in the first place. They saw a solution and went looking for a problem to attach it to, instead of the other way around. So think about it like this, right? When you go to a doctor, the doctor doesn't prescribe you medicine because it seems impressive or it worked for someone else. Instead, what the doctor does is he diagnoses you, he figures out what's wrong with the body and the symptoms you're facing, and only then do they prescribe something to fix the problem you're facing. If the doctor just started prescribing medicines without actually diagnosing you, it's going to create more problems for you. And it's the exact same thing when it comes to AI in your business. You can't just go out and force fit a solution to your business because it seemed cool. What you need to do first is diagnose your business, look at where the actual problems are, where your team is wasting time, where things are breaking down. Once you have that clear picture, then you go find or build the solution that fixes that specific problem. The core idea here is that the problem comes first and then the solution comes, not the other way around. Mistake number 2 is integrating AI without proper team enablement. So even if you do the first thing right, that is you diagnose the problem and bring in the right solution, there's still one more piece that a lot of executives miss, and that is not having the right team enablement. Because the second you start rolling out AI without preparing your team for it, what you're going to run into is resistance. It's because a lot of these employees have this pre-existing notion that AI is coming for their job. So you need to reframe this, something along the lines of AI isn't here to replace them, but rather it's here to amplify them. It's going to take off the low leverage, tedious tasks that they didn't want to do in the first place. And it's here acting like an assistant that complements them in their day-to-day work. If your team has no idea where you're heading with AI, if there's no clarity on what the plan is or why you're doing this, they're going to be super skeptical of every single thing you roll out. And when that happens, you can build the best solution in the world and it's going to sit there unused. So as much as implementing the right solution matters, it is equally as important to have the right team enablement. What that means is educating your leadership, your executive roles, and your teammates on AI. That is showing them what's possible with AI and helping them figure out how to leverage it in their day-to-day operations. Because if you go and build these solutions before getting your team's mindset first, it doesn't matter how good the solution is. It's going to be another failed investment. Mistake number 3 is businesses overestimate AI's ability to create new revenue and underestimate what it can do for your profit margins. And this is a trap a lot of executives fall into, right? Because they hear about AI and feel like, okay, how do I use AI to add more revenue? And this is the wrong way to think about it, because what they do is they go and start a new acquisition channel to bring in more leads, which they haven't really experimented in the first place, and it's the wrong way to think about it. And they're trying to make it work from scratch, and this is the wrong way to think about it. AI works really well on something that's already proven. What you should actually be doing is using AI to amplify the process that's already working for you, not go chase some new channel. So let's say you already have a solid called outbound system in place. So instead of adding a new acquisition channel like paid ads, you can just use AI to make the existing outbound channel efficient. That is, and use AI to research your lead or even scrape the lead for you. You're not reinventing anything, you're just doing more of what's already proven to work. The same thing applies with paid ads. If you're running paid ads, use AI to create more ad copy variants, or even use AI to analyze your past ad campaigns and see what works so that you can double down on what's already working. Normally, if you have to do this manually, this is going to take a lot of time. But using AI, this is going to be done in a very quick period of time. And that's really the point here. It's not about doing something brand new. It's about making an existing process faster or requiring less effort. And when something takes less effort, it frees you up to spend that time on other needle moving tasks in your business. The real shift in mindset here is that you're not using AI to increase your revenue, rather, you're using AI to increase your profit. That is, saving time and money on what's already working is going to create more bottom line than chasing something new. Mistake number 4 is ignoring the importance of data. The thing is, AI at its core is just data. The more data you give it and the better data you give it, the better it's going to perform for you. If your data is a mess, AI is going to give you a mess back. So there is actually this client that we worked with who had a bottleneck in their report creation process, and it took their IT team anywhere from 1 to 2 days to create a single report, and by the time they created a report, the need for it was gone. What we went ahead and saw was that their existing semantic models was the issue. There was no single source of truth, and the relationships and the schemas were all over the place. The IT team would spend more time fixing the semantic model just to get a report out than they spent creating the report. So before implementing any of the solution, what we went ahead and did was fix the data quality issue first. And the crazy part was that we used AI to fix this data quality issue itself. We went ahead and trained their team to leverage AI to fix both the data quality issue and the report creation part. And what happened next was that the report creation process that took them 2 days now happens in 2 hours. And that's the thing people miss. They jump straight to the AI part and neglect the data part. But AI is only as good as the data you feed it. Fix your data first and the AI part inherently becomes better. So here's the thing that I want you to walk away with. AI isn't some magic pill that's going to magically solve every problem that your business is facing. AI is just here to amplify your existing process. If your existing process is a mess, AI is just going to amplify it and create more problems in the process. So basically, AI implementation at its core is just process enhancement using AI as the medium. Now, if you want to know how to do this the right way, how to map out your tasks, what to prioritize, and the right way to implement this in your business, you can check out this video right here. I cover every single one of that in this video.